thanks for joining me. It's Julie at Grandma's Creations. The gadget I've got this week for you is not necessarily a gadget, but more of a supply that you don't have to use just for sewing. But there are a couple of things that I'm going to show you that I use it for that's quite handy. A mystery. So what is it? So it's masking tape. Now I've got two different types, the thinner one in all sorts of colours and the pretty one. So you can use these tapes for all sorts of things, wrapping, presents, or anything like that. But I had to cut something the other day that was 4 inches and square, and I got a ruler and I thought, I don't know, it's a bit of a nightmare because, as you can see, this is a 6.5 by 6.5 ruler. Now that half does confuse me. Is it just me? But I thought, right, the best thing to do is to use some masking tape, and I chose the prettier, thicker one, and I just put a mark by the 4 inches on my ruler, and that way I was able to put it straight onto the fabric, line it up there, line it up there, and then I was able to cut round and cut a perfect 4-inch square. Now I know this is something that people use masking tape for in the sewing community. I've seen it a lot, that people mark up where they want their seam to be, so they can clearly hold that fabric up against the line of tape, and they can sew that perfect 1/4 inch or 3/8 or 5/8 if you're, or 1/2 inch, whatever, if you're sewing a seam and you're finding it difficult to keep your sewing straight. That's another way I know that people have used masking tape. It helps if it's a brightly coloured one and something contrasting to what you're working with, obviously. And this is a way of using the thinner tape so that it doesn't get in the way of anything else. And the other thing, of course, because they're low tack, that when you just peel them off, they peel away without any residue at all. The other thing it's very handy for is if you're trying to make adjustments to a paper pattern and you say you want to close a dart or something like that, you can just close that dart up, you pop your tape on, make sure you close it properly, that's it, so the things meet, pop it on, and then you cut where you want to. And then because it's low tack, when you take this off, it's basically done nothing to your paper. Unlike sellotape, it doesn't ruin your pattern. So that's just a few ways that you can use this wonderful stuff like that called masking tape. Now, I know if you are in the sewing community at all, or even in the crafting community, you'll have loads of ways that you can use these masking tapes. So if you've got a different way, please pop it in the comments box. We always like to hear from everybody. And happy sewing, everybody. Have a great week. I will see you next week. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.